guess the kind of tradition then is to drink whiskey, and they have a thing in Scotland called the first foot. So once the bells go at 12 o'clock, the first foot, which has to be a tall, dark, handsome man with a lump of coal, he walks round the neighbouring houses and you go in and they give you a whiskey. And I think it's about kind of welcoming your neighbours into your house and your life and that sort of thing. And we've known Mike and Gambler for about a decade. The previous band Oceanside that you mentioned, we were on the same label, Beggars Banquet, back in the UK, and we just became firm friends and touring partners, and you know, we played a lot of shows with them over the years and always kept in touch. Sadly, Oceanside are no longer, but I guess it meant that they could come and play with us, which is, you know, every cloud has a silver lining, as they say. And they're both such amazing players, such amazing musicians, and come from a similar background musically, although they've spent longer studying. But in terms of enveloping our sound, making our sound better, there's nobody better than those two guys. Mike makes some sounds out of his guitar that you just would not believe were a guitar, and Gambler can just play anything on the keys. So we're lucky, really lucky to have them.
I don't think we've really had that. I think it's maybe down to where we come from and where in the world we grew up. People in the west coast of Scotland don't tend to gravitate towards success, and they would rather pull you down and try and almost hope you fail, which is, it sounds bad, but it's actually very healthy, and it's great because you always know who your friends are, and it helps you keep your feet firmly on the ground and you don't grow a big head. So I think we've been lucky, and we've never succumbed to the move to London that so many bands do, and they always think to go down there and all the opportunities will be there and everything will be easier, but we know that it just means that there's more people meddling and getting involved in your music. So we still practice on a farm and really close to where we grew up, and try and stay away from all the hoo-ha. So yeah, we don't really get much bother from people and groupies and stuff. That's never been a thing for us.
If you put out a record, you want people to listen to it and to buy it. Listen to it first, buy it second, because a lot of people don't buy music these days, and we still feel we'd rather people listen to the music than didn't. Absolutely, there's no question. I mean, it's nice to get. We got a #1 record in the UK this year, and that did make us feel good. You know, I'm not going to deny that. I'm not too embarrassed to say that. It's not the most important thing in the world, but it makes you feel good that people are supporting your band. And like you said earlier, we've been a band for 18 years, and there were a number of years where we were definitely nowhere near the charts, and so it shows that it wasn't the most important thing. But now that we've had a little bit more success, it's nice. It's nice that people are coming to see the show and buying the records and that sort of thing. So yeah. Ben and I play golf from time to time. It tends to be the things that we become attracted to are the exact opposite of being on stage with flashing lights and lots of. So playing golf, Ben likes to go fishing, and I go out on my bicycle and just try and get out of the city and go into the hills and kind of look at a bit of nature. You know, we like watching movies and shit TV, and you know, just probably the more ordinary, the more mundane, the better. You know, when you're doing absolutely nothing. If you can be happy doing nothing, you can be happy doing anything. So yeah, I think probably just we have busy lives, so doing nothing's great.
It has to be Germany. It's going to be Germany.
It's not just because we're here.
We have a huge love for Germany. We always have done, ever since studying a little bit of German at school, coming to Germany on a school trip, and then touring it for years, and just loving the people, loving the culture, and we're always treated so well here. It's just our favourite.
We were talking about it today actually, and we were talking about a t-shirt that just says, Germany, it just works.
Mixing Coca-Cola and Fanta. What the fuck is that all
Is
about?
that Mitzel mix?
Mitzel mix. That's disgusting. I don't understand that at all. But that's about it. I think everything
well,
else.
the only thing is when you're a pedestrian and you're waiting to cross the road and it's a red light, if you can see there's no car coming, I think it's fine to cross the road. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
You know, we're all adults, or some of us are from time to time, and but the first time we did that in Germany, people were like looking at us like we were fucking crazy.
Why are you crossing the road?
People follow the rules here, you know.
Recently when we played in a swimming pool, or rather we played just on top of the swimming pool and the crowd were in a swimming pool going crazy. What was the name at the time?
It was in Hanover.
It was in Hanover,
Okay.
in the Olympic swimming pool.
That was crazy.
And that, yeah, I think that goes down as probably the craziest. We were playing and there's water splashing everywhere and it's coming on stage, and we all jumped off the Olympic diving boards at the end of the set, so that'll always be etched in my mind as being up there with one of the more entertaining and different experiences for us.
We played one probably in 2000 and early 2000, maybe 2003. We did a tour of the Highlands and Islands of Scotland, and we went to a little town called Forres and played on a farm in the shed that had cows in it. Until that morning, they loaded the cows out and then they loaded our equipment in, and that was just very surreal. But really good fun. You know, I think when you play a show in a slightly different atmosphere, it can really take things to another level and kind of increase the excitement. It makes it a little bit more, seems more spontaneous and just a little different. There've been a lot of songs we hated.
Anything by Jake Bugg.
Yeah, he's
Really?
Quite
Yeah.
irritating. Yeah.
Are you a big Jake Bugg fan? Cool, it's been nice talking to you. Thank you very much. I just don't really like his voice.
No,
And he's got a bit of an attitude.
He does
you know,
have an
but,
attitude, but says things in the press he shouldn't say.
Okay.
But
there's been loads of good stuff. I've been listening to John Grant recently. His record, just a great, really great voice. The first track in that, I think, is the title track, Pale Green Ghosts, and just really kind of subtle electronica and his big, rich, deep voice. Just a really, he's kind of like he's a little bit like Mark Lanegan, his voice, I think, a really kind of rich tone and just an amazing sound, you know.